Hey everyone, hope you're having an awesome day. Today I want to do something a little bit different compared to my normal product reviews, and this is going to be a review on a resort that I went to recently. So this is on the Crete Seaside resort, which I booked through Secret Escapes. So first of all, what I was after in terms of a holiday place was a quiet holiday, I guess, in terms of just relaxing and chilling out with my wife. And so we found this deal on Secret Escapes and we went ahead and booked it, and we went there for a week. So the review is from my perspective in terms of what I was after, and hopefully I'll give you a little bit of insight into what's available and what's good, what's bad, and obviously watch some of the footage that I filmed. I've had to film it in such a way because obviously you've got to be careful in terms of where I'm filming and things, but I'll hopefully give you an idea of what you can see. Because I just found when I did a YouTube search for the resort, I found a few videos but didn't really give much information about the resort. So I'll go ahead and try my best I can to give you a little bit more insight. So first of all, it's a very, very big resort. It has a lot of rooms and it's a 5-star resort, and you have to get a bus or taxi from the airport in order to get there, which takes around about sort of 30 minutes. We got a taxi which cost about 45 euros. So that was kind of a standard thing there and back from the hotel. We actually got there on a Friday night and we stayed there through to Friday again. So it was there, we were there for a week, and that was quite a decent amount of time. The location itself, it's quite isolated. So the actual resort is on its own little area. It's a very, very big area, but around the actual resort itself, there isn't a lot to do. So if you're someone that likes to kind of walk around and get around, there isn't much to do there, and it's not very pretty in terms of the surrounding neighbourhood. Just the actual site itself has got, it's very, very nice and very, very beautiful. It's got a beautiful view, and there's a couple of other hotels that are nearby, but other than that, there's nothing nearby. So if you are someone that wants to explore, you would have to hire a car, or you can get a local bus. Now, to get away from the resort, you can get a bus, which costs, I think it's around 7 euros, and that'll take you into some of the local towns. So, and again, it's right, on the doorstep of the hotel, very easy to get out, so that's not too much of a problem. In terms of activities on the hotel itself, there's things like scuba diving, and there is some, I think you can hire sort of quad bikes and things like that, but there's a nearby place where you can do all that kind of renting, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the location, and that's kind of where it's situated. If you are someone that struggles to walk around, so say for example you may be potentially disabled, or you've got you haven't got the strongest legs in the world, there are a lot of steps on the resort. So if you have to walk quite a bit to get to the different rooms, so if you are booking a room, try and get one closer to reception so you don't have to keep walking around, because the actual buffet place and where you get all your food is near reception, so you have to walk up plenty of steps. So we were on kind of the highest area, which meant that we had to walk up lots of steps, which isn't a problem for us. I don't mind that, but if you're potentially not the best walker, or you've got problems with just in terms of getting around, then that could be an issue, so something to look into. On that note, in terms of disabled access, it's fantastic. It's got very good ramps all over the building, all over the site. You can easily get around on different routes. So there's plenty of different routes to get to different areas, and there's lifts access as well. So they're kind of some of the good points in terms of the actual location and getting around the resort itself. The food was fantastic, very, very, very good. It's a buffet style selection of kind of breakfast, dinner and lunch, which was all inclusive for us. And it's got a great selection. My wife's vegetarian and she didn't have a problem getting any food or having kind of a different choice every day. Lots of salads, lots of fresh fish and meat, and they have a different kind of theme each night, so you can go to kind of pretty much choose what you like. And there's some standard things there that are always there, like pasta and salads and the usual kind of stuff. So you'll find something to eat, and there's also a nice selection of desserts. In regards to alcohol, all the alcohol, apart from certain specific drinks, are kind of included. They kind of taste okay. Some of them, it's fairly cheap wines and lager and things like that. But yeah, it's pretty good for what's included. And yeah, you can also buy sort of different drinks as well that aren't included, like champagne and things like that. There are kind of two main areas where people can kind of go and use the swimming pool. There's one large pool which I've got in the video, which you'll see, which is kind of a family pool, which is great if you've got kids or if you want a bit more lively entertainment. There's music playing there, kind of like dance music and stuff, and that's where all the most of the kind of activities are. And there's also a pool for adults, so if you just don't want any kids around, it's have to be 16 and older to use that pool. And again, I filmed that so you can see that as well, and that's a nice area to chill out, relax, read your book, and there's some kind of music playing there as well. And there's also, on all these different areas, there's always food on hand, so if you need a snack like a cake or biscuits or a bit of pizza and things like that, there's always some sort of food throughout the day. It's easy to access as well. So they're kind of really kind of the main points of the pools. There's also some private pools that you may see in the brochures, but they're actually they look like infinity pools, and they're only for specific rooms. So if you've booked some of the higher, more expensive rooms, you get to use those pools, but otherwise you don't get to use those pools. You can only use the two swimming pools that are available, either the family pool or the adult pool. The sun lounges are also available, but they get used up very, very quickly. So you kind of have to, when it's a really sunny day, you'd have to kind of get down there quick to kind of get a spot. Other than that, there's some sitting areas sitting around the place. So they're kind of the major good points really. There's a small gym which I filmed. You can see that the gym is free to use. It's got basic equipment, but it's more than adequate. It doesn't get really busy, to be honest, because most people are out during the day. But yeah, it's a nice little gym with a TRX and some basic equipment. There's also a spa area. We were told when we booked the spa that the spa was actually, the facilities like the sauna was included, but it's not. You have to pay €10 to use that. But there's a heated swimming pool which you can use, and you can use that at any time. And I think the spa is open between sort of 9 o'clock and 6 in the afternoon. So yeah, very, very good little spa, nice, very, very friendly. The staff are very, very friendly on site, very helpful. Reception can get really busy, so you sometimes have to wait to see people at reception because there's quite a lot of turnover of customers coming to the actual resort. But other than that, the staff are very friendly, always very helpful, including all the staff that help at the buffet and those areas. Other than the buffet food, there's also another couple of restaurants. There is a Chinese restaurant, which is fantastic, very, very good. You have to book that 2 days in advance to be able to use that restaurant. And in fact, to use any of the other restaurants outside the buffet, you have to book in advance 2 days. And there's a smaller restaurant as well, which is kind of located outside on the platform, which again you can see in the video, and that has kind of some really nice views that you can sit out and eat your food. And there's a selection of different foods available there that's different to what you have in the buffet. So food-wise, obviously very, very good, and it's all great. So from my point of view, we went there obviously as a couple, and we wanted just some quiet time, and in some aspects it was great to have a great view. We had a really good view, a room with a nice view, and we had a junior suite, which was pretty decent room. I'm not sure if it was, I would say it's 5-star to be honest, the room. I'd probably say it's more 4-star, but it's still a very nice room. I stayed in better rooms, but it's still pretty good. Very clean, they kept the rooms clean, and the resort itself is very tidy as well. One issue that we did have, and this may affect you, it may not, it just depends on what you're after in terms of your holiday. There is quite a lot of noise on the resort because there's lots going on. They obviously cater for lots of people, they cater for adults, they cater for children. So our room was located kind of between the main pool where you've got all these activities going on, and then further down we had the adult pool, and just behind us was where all the evening's entertainment took place. So during the day we could hear kind of dance music playing kind of in our room, or if we're sitting on a balcony just trying to relax, you can kind of hear that during the day, which is slightly annoying, but nothing too bad. But then during the night, if you don't fancy any of the live entertainment, such as the Greek music that's playing or any of the dancing events they have going on, that starts at about 8 o'clock and goes on to 11 o'clock at night. So just to be aware that you can hear that. I think you could probably hear it anywhere on the resort. We heard it especially loud because we were near to that area, and it kind of causes a little bit of disturbance really. Just when we wanted to watch a film or something, just relax or read our book, you constantly hearing this noise. And even if you've got the doors shut, it's quite loud in the room. And if you've got kids that are trying to sleep and you're near that area, you are definitely going to hear it because it is pretty loud. We did speak to reception about it, and they kind of sort of said, well, that's how it is and that's the entertainment. But just to be aware of that, they obviously provide a lot of entertainment each night, which is great if you're into that. It's not my kind of thing. I don't really care about going out after. I just want to, if I go on those sorts of holidays, I just want to relax and have some quiet time. But you're kind of in the thick of it really, so there's something always going on. So just be aware, if you are someone that likes really, really quiet places, it isn't like that. There is something going on all the time, which could be good for you if you're with a family and you want that entertainment, but if you just want peace and quiet, it might not be the best place to go. Other than that, I haven't really got a lot to complain about in terms of the resort. It was very nice, very clean. It was good for the price that we got it for, and I think if you're after somewhere where you can have, entertainment, lots of different foods, and you don't have to really worry about anything, I think it's a really good place to go. I personally think it's quite a big resort, and I don't particularly like very, very large resorts. I think I just find it with lots of people around, it kind of disturbs you kind of relaxing side of the holiday. So I probably wouldn't go there again. But if you're happy with kind of big resorts, lots of people about, I think you'll find it a nice holiday. I've filmed lots of little bits of that I've kind of snipped together, so hopefully you'll find that useful. If you've got any questions, obviously write them in the comments. So this is a little bit different to what I normally do, but I thought you might find it useful if you're looking to go on a holiday and you're potentially looking to go to a resort. Hope you find this useful, guys. I'll catch you soon.
So this is our room. It's a junior suite. Apologies for the mess, we're packing our stuff to get going, but yeah, quite a nice sized room actually. It's pretty big. This is the bathroom area. Very simple bathroom. Does come with lots of toiletries. It's also got a hairdryer. One slightly annoying thing that we had about this shower was that it only has a glass guard up to here, so when you use the shower it splashes pretty much everywhere and water goes out all over the floor. Not a massive problem, but it does tend to soak the entire bathroom. I'm not sure why that isn't bigger really, but yeah, really good shower, nice and powerful. It's got a phone in here as well, and you've got some storage space over here, and you've got a safe in there as well, and some storage down here, and yeah, we've got a sofa area, bed area. Again, apologies for the mess, but just give you an idea. TV, there's a couple of English channels like Sky News, CNN, but other than that there isn't much else. You've got kettle and tea services. You get fresh water every day, bottled water, and you've got a fridge. And then you've got this, well, we have this room with this amazing view. So yeah, nice balcony, sat out there quite a lot, and yeah, really nice view. Just open the door. The air conditioning actually deactivates when you open the door, which is really good as well, so if you get some fresh air in. And we've got a view of the dining area that I showed you yesterday. Yeah, so very nice room, nice big space. Air conditioning, as I said, so you've got a remote control for the air conditioning, which is here. So yeah, you can adjust that for heat as well, so if you're someone that gets really cold, you can have that as a heater too.
This is the area on top of one of the main pools. There's a bar area, you can see up there, and sort of kids activities, volleyball, table tennis. Great if you're with a family. And they have events here as well, so you've got like dance routines and music playing and various other things. This is a view from the top, really beautiful view. And just below that main pool is a spa. It's quite a small spa, and it's got about 3 beds in there that you can lie on, and there's a small heated pool as well. Can't unfortunately go in there at the moment as it's closed, but you can also have treatments in there, and that's included as part of the package is the use of the pool. But to use the sauna you have to pay €10 per session. This is also a gym that's pretty good actually. It's quite small, but it's got a few weights, 2 treadmills, an elliptical trainer and a cycling machine. And again, you've got access to this for free, and some showers at the back. Pull bar, dip bar. This is just outside reception. It's quite a nice little area where you can see a quite nice view. And there's also a seated area here where they have live music during the night. So this is the second bar, which is more for adults, and I don't think any kids are allowed down here. And there's a bar, pool, really nice bar actually, so very relaxed and has a great view. And these sunbeds get taken very, very quickly in the morning. Okay, so over here we've got one restaurant that's outside, which is like a pizza pasta place, and this is the outside of the buffet area that I filmed a little bit earlier on. And then there's also a Chinese restaurant which is just over there, which you have to book in advance, 2 days in advance to get a seat there. And then over here, this is the beach area that's connected to the hotel, which you can walk down to, and you have to pay to use the lounges down that area, but they're only about, I think about €3. It's quite a nice beach. The beach itself is pebbles, so it's not sand, and you probably need to wear those protective things on your feet, otherwise it hurts like hell walking around on there. But the water's extremely clear, very, very nice. Obviously that overlooks the area there. And there's also some private pools for certain rooms that have got this private area. So there's sort of infinity pools. There's one there, and there's also one down there as well. Just to add to that, you can also see that from the hotel there isn't very much around here, so there's nothing you can really walk to other than renting a car, scuba diving, things like bikes and stuff like that you can do, but the place is quite secluded, so if you want to get away from here you can use a bus, or you can rent a car to get away. But I said the resort is actually quite secluded. It's away from most things. You can't really walk very far other till the other hotels.